What's up, everyone? It's day 72 of 75 hard. I just finished my second workout of the day. I did my 45-minute outdoor workout, and that consisted of a 45-minute, 40-pound ruck. I did that for the entire time. I went about 2.5 miles. It was a nice warm day here in Oklahoma. It's about 85. Little breeze, but I mean, it's still just warm air blowing at you. So it was nice to get some sun. Obviously, you can tell it's sweating. Felt good though. The temperatures, obviously it changes a lot around here. I think in a few days the highs like in the 50s, so I think that's gonna be closer to the end of the program. I still haven't opted out of doing phase one right away, but I really don't think I'm going to, just to have more focus, like I mentioned before, on I'm gonna be doing the Stairmaster essentially is what I'm concerned with. I'm gonna be doing the Stairmaster instead of doing outdoor cardio. So basically I'm gonna be replacing outdoor workout with another indoor workout and getting ready for that bodybuilding show, which is in 3.5 weeks. So I'm gonna focus on that, and I also don't wanna have to be restricted on eating something, more specifically to carb up in the days leading up to the show. I don't necessarily need to eat candy to carb up or anything. You can eat whole foods that are carbs, like potatoes and rice and whatever. But mostly just want to, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So I'm leaning more towards not doing it though, and then doing it maybe after the first of the year or something, after that cruise. I'm going on that cruise during Christmas, so we'll see. The main focus is still working through this job, because this job's going to last at least 2 weeks, and then going from there to whether I'm going to be off work or go straight to another job and then have to find somebody to take my spot for a few days for that bodybuilding show, which is not really something that you can do out here as a contractor. So these jobs go from start to finish, and you get released at the end, and then you go to the next one. It's how it works essentially. Like if you had your own business and you were building fences, you would build a fence and then go to the next one. And until you have a next one to go to, you don't have a job or stuff, you know what I mean? It's essentially the same thing, contract. So last night was I don't know, it was busy. It went by pretty slow. It was a decent night. It was like in the 50s and didn't get too cold or anything, but around like 1 and 2 a.m. I get so tired. I could fall asleep standing up. It just gets like that. I'm sure having the low carb and the low calories plays a role on that. Like I mentioned before, and whenever I'm off work, I didn't really have an appetite because I had less work going on, and like even the last job I was on, I wasn't doing anything all night. So I would just have no appetite because I wasn't burning off the calories like I used to, but it seems like I'm burning those calories off and I'm taking in less, so the hunger is there and the irritability is there. And I know we can all relate to feeling like that and being moody, and I have to keep just checking myself just constantly. Don't even pay attention to stuff that's, if you see it's gonna annoy you and whatever, just walk away from it. Don't even engage, no matter what it is, because it's so easy to just snap at stuff. So just pay attention to that. But otherwise, this morning I woke up after going to sleep about 6:30, and I got up at like 11:20. I got ready for the day, and then I went to the local gym here and did 20 minutes on the tread climber, and then I did a back workout with some abs at the end, and then I tanned. If you can tell, I look a little tanner or red. But then I ate, laid down for like an hour, and then it was time to do my outdoor workout. I gotta do this video. I gotta leave here in about 15 minutes. Then go work my shift. It's about 3:35 here where I'm at. I need to be at the job site by like 4:20, 4:15. So the shift starts at 4:30 to 4:30. So it feels good to lead up these last few days, but I know it's not the end. And if you're doing the program, you need to look at it like it's just the beginning. It's essentially, you would look at this as like the boot camp to restart your life and your progress of building the life that you imagine for yourself, your dream life, the things that you want to have, the things that you want to obtain, the status you want to build for yourself, the relationships you want to have, the the way that people think about you, the way that people look at you and your reputation that you have with yourself and everybody around you. This is just the beginning. So you gotta look at it as not the end. You don't wanna go to day 75 and 6 and then just start you're gonna go to the bar. Like that should really, I mean, I haven't drank since before the last time I did the program, which has been over a year ago. So I don't know if I would really feel like that. But after the first 75 hard, I knew after that I wasn't gonna go just to start drinking again. Maybe while I was doing the first month of it back then, which is, like I said, been a year. I was thinking when I get done, I'll get to drink, yay. And then it got to while I was at the end of it, I even finished the program and then went on a cruise last Christmas with Mackenzie. And that would have been the time to drink. You can get the drink pass, you can drink all day. You're on a cruise, you're going to the beaches. We went to 4 different places. It was 8 days and no alcohol. I didn't drink alcohol. I'm sick of just having that that image. I don't want her seeing that, me doing that, even thinking I'm doing that. It's happened enough. It took her being 14 years old at that time for me to decide, and there was plenty of other reasons before that. So I'm not going to get into a whole spiel on not drinking, but the way that you think of what you're going to do when you're at the end of the program compared to when you're at the beginning, you might be thinking you're motivated to complete it, and then it gets to where you're like, man, when I'm done, I'm gonna do this and go party, or I'm gonna go eat this thing, or I'm gonna go whatever, do all these things that you can't do. But when you get to the end of it, you're just like, you don't want to partake in any of that. You want to stay in the routine, because I can tell you how you feel when you get done. Whenever you get done, day 76, if you're not doing phase 1, you will feel like you should have did more. That's how you're gonna feel. You're gonna be happy that you completed it briefly. You can be proud of yourself, and you should be, because it's hard. It's called 75 hard. But you're also gonna think back on all the times. Multiple people I know that have done it have said the exact same thing, and you'll think back to some of the outdoor workouts you did, or whatever workouts, or obviously reading the 10 pages, you're not going to think, oh, I should have read more, which you might, but the effort that you put into the things that you could control the effort of, you're going to think back and be like, dang, I should have just did more, Maybe you won't feel like that, but I'm going to say that you do. So if you didn't know that, I would suggest expecting that. If you're not even at the end of the program like this, or the end of the 75 days, and you're at day 20 or whatever, just put it in your head to make sure you're putting in that effort, doing that one more, doing the full, everything that you have on your plan to do for your workout. Make sure you do it to the best of your abilities. If you're doing outdoor cardio, if you're doing some kind of sprinting or some kind of, like I said, outdoor cardio, you want to just make it hard. Just make it hard, because you don't want to, it kind of sucks at the end if you think back and you're like, I should have did more, I should have pushed harder those days. When this was happening, I should have did more. And I can already tell you there was times where I felt like just doing a ruck for 45 minutes outside wasn't enough, so I'd add more weight to it. And I mean, now it's still easy, and it's good. It's a good workout. It's not just walking. You're walking with weight, so you're preparing yourself to carry things, but you're also developing your core and your leg muscles. There's a lot of good stuff going on compared to just walking. So it is technically a workout, and Andy does it. So if the creator of the program can do it for his outdoor workout, then it's acceptable to do. But you can make it more difficult, or you can do a lap at whatever you're doing, wherever you're walking around, and then do 20 push-ups with your bag on your back, or however many push-ups you can do with however much weight you have. But just know that you can't let it take away from the fact that the effort that you did put in and the accomplishment of actually completing something that you said you were going to do. That's something that you have to hold on to. But just as a heads up, how I felt, and I've started thinking about how I don't want to feel like that at this time, that those days where you don't like you don't want to go outside and do your workout, and you just think you're just gonna go do it and get it done just to say you did it. Just whenever those days come, take pride in pushing yourself harder than, you don't have to push yourself harder than you ever have, but push yourself harder than you were going to. So you're gonna go out there and do a halfway workout, just do the full workout, and you'll be more proud of yourself than you would at the end of it, just by being able to. You don't want to just have to say that you did the workout. You went and actually put an effort in, and you made progress towards your goal. Because let's face it, not every workout is going to progress you closer to your goal. Essentially, you can be wasting your time while you're calling what you're doing working out. It doesn't always just count as something that's putting you closer to your goal. It's just the way it is. You could be just spinning your wheels, and yeah, I'm not going to say that's not good. It's better than not working out. The feeling that you're obviously going to give yourself from having the endorphins released from working out is going to be a benefit, as opposed to just laying on the couch. So I'm not going to say don't go if you're just going to waste your time, because you should still go. But let's just be real. Not every workout you do is going to make you stronger. It's going to make you faster. It's not going to make you lose or burn calories. Some of them are, not going to do that. So take pride in putting in the effort each workout, both of them each day. And if you're doing more than one, do it in every one of them. And then let that translate into your work life at your job, and be the one that sets the example and leads the way with that example. Most people are looking at what you're doing and not listening to what you're saying. They might listen, but they're gonna do what they see you doing. If you're saying do this and this and this, and you're over here not living up to that standard, they're gonna just think you're a hypocrite, and you don't have the reputation to be somebody that they look up to or even listen to. So you want to do what you say you're going to do, and you want to take pride in knowing that you gave it all your effort every time. And then if that's what you're doing in this program, allow it to flow and compound and create the steps to getting to your goal. And that's just how you do it. So that's just something I was thinking about, because I know it's getting some of us, I think a lot of us, I don't know how many people are still doing it since we all started back in August. But if I'm on day 72, we all would have started together. It was on a Monday. Hopefully there's a lot of people that are still doing it. But if you are new to this and you're just now starting it, you should be proud of yourself, and know that what you're doing is something you'll never regret, and you'll be grateful for it forever for completing it. You definitely want to complete it. And if you have to start over, you have to start over, but you need to complete it. And that's something that you'll never regret. The people in your life will never regret you doing it. Your kids will always be grateful that you did it. It's going to change you, the way that you operate, the way that you are in your life, and hopefully forever. But you have to continually work at it. It's not just going to change you and you're going to be great. You still have to keep putting in the effort. It's just put you on the right path to getting there. Some people, it'll make you get a lot closer to that than the other people. Like, you might be a lot farther off track, and you have to retrain yourself, and you have to do the program multiple times. It's a 1-year program, so you can just keep doing it and do the 75 and then do the phases. But you want to be able to be proud of yourself for taking the steps, because most people, let's face it, are not going to take the steps. There's no shortage of people talking about what they're going to do. There's no shortage of that. What there's a shortage of is seeing people actually follow through with what they say they're going to do. So if you say you're going to do this program and you put it out there, stick with it. People want to see you succeed. You see people like all the time just talk crap about what they're going to do, and then you see them do it for a couple days, and then they fall off and they quit talking about it. Well, what happened? You stopped doing it. Obviously, we know you stopped doing it because you stopped talking about it. You were so motivated to do it and talk about it, and then you fell off. Like, people, that should be embarrassing, but people just do it over and over and over. So stop being that kind of person. That's why I say there's no shortage of people doing that. There's a shortage of people following through. So be the person that follows through, and you'll never regret it. I gotta get ready for work though and upload this video real quick. I'll be back tomorrow for day 73. Peace.